When it comes to short range commercial work, in my opinion, there's two lengths I look for your average size commercial, 9 or 10 foot. But in my opinion, that 10 foot gives you that extra versatility and scope and control. As we all know, when it comes to commercial fishing, you could be targeting F1s, skimmers, but you also could be targeting big match carp, and you need that power and control for those situations, and that's exactly what you get with a 10-foot rod. So let me talk to you in a little bit more detail about this absolute beauty what I'm holding here, which is the AERO X7 10-foot precision feeder. Now, what's so special about it? Well, for a start, during the development of these rods, the AERO X7 range of rods in particular, we wanted to source the highest grade carbon possible. So we've used XT200 high pressure carbon, and basically what that means, it's a really high grade carbon that gives the rod, as you can see, an ultimate thin blank. It gives it power in the butt for casting, accuracy and control, but at the top end of the rod you get the ultimate progressive, responsive playing action, and that's exactly what we wanted to achieve. So along with the blank, we've also combined the blank with alkanite guides. These are Fuji alkanite guides. As you can see, they're ultra thin, ultra light. That really does complement the blank, and it aids the progression and the response of the blank as well. Now, moving further down the rod, and this is key to Shimano, we've created 3 carrier sections. So as we all know, a lot of feeder rods nowadays are pushing quiver tips, but we wanted to go back to our roots from previous models where we used spliced in quiver tips, because during the development we actually found by using a spliced in quiver tip created that ultimate progressive playing action. You can imagine now that minimal weight in the top end of the section where the splice is makes that response of the rod ultimate, and that's exactly what you get, but the true playing action as well. So each quiver tip blends perfectly with each carrier section. So with this rod you get 3 carrier sections. You get a 1/2 ounce quiver tip, which is an ultra fine tip, which is what I'm using today. You get a 1 ounce and a 1 1/4. So today, for example, I'm fishing 42 meters against the far bank, and I'd say with a 10-foot rod I'd look for using it up to 45 meters. Anything further than that, I'd look for using a longer rod. Now, the ultra fine tip is beautiful for all styles of feeder fishing, whether it's a pellet feeder, a bomb, a method feeder, whether you're underarming it down the edge or fishing across to another bank or just fishing in the open water in front of you. That soft progressive tip allows you to tighten up to a method feeder or whatever contraption you're using without actually moving the feeder, and it allows you to read what's going on in your peg, cushion all that movement from fish feeding around your feeder, minimises your feeder moving or your bomb moving, and it's just going to make your fishing more efficient and catch loads more fish. Yet at the same time, the heavier tips, the 1 ounce and the 1 1/4, for adverse conditions. The wind picks up, you've got undertow to deal with, you might be targeting bigger fish, you might be using a bigger feeder with bigger hooks. That's where the 1 and the 1 1/4 really do play a big part. Yet at the same time, you might be using this rod on your local natural water, targeting skimmers and roach using a conventional feeder with braid, and that's where these tips really do come into play. So you've got 3 carrier sections that make this particular rod so versatile. So let's just move back down the rod to the butt section. Now we've used 2 materials, EVA, cork and EVA at the bottom. Materials that are really nice and easy to wipe clean, but comfortable to the touch. So we're during that casting process, and more importantly, your rod's not going to slip in your hand. It's going to aid precision and accuracy when it comes to casting and control. And we've combined that with a Fuji reel seat handle. As you can see, it blends perfectly with your average size match reel, like it's a 3 or a 4,000 reel is perfect for this particular length rod. So there you have it. You've got the ultimate versatile match commercial feeder rod, and for your natural waters as well. So if you're interested for the ultimate versatile feeder rod for all your styles of fishing, then check out this beauty at your local Shimano stockist.